Good morning, everyone. Stephen Samard here, and welcome back to episode 2. Coming to you again from the beautiful coast of Costa Rica. We've got a gorgeous sunrise here for our backdrop. And before we dive in today, I want to say thank you. In the last 3 days, you've showed an incredible amount of love and support for this mission, this dream that I've been wanting to accomplish. And with your help, with your efforts, we've already reached over 1,000 viewers in 7 different countries. And I know that I could not have done that without you, so thank you very much. Now, due to all the responses that I've received, I've made a decision to veer off of my backstory for today. And I want to address something that's happening currently. It's a current lesson that can be learned. And I'm hoping that it'll resonate with you because you're actually part of it. You see, the last 18 years I've been in the mortgage and real estate business. And through my time, I've helped hundreds, thousands, even tens of thousands of individuals over my desk, whether it's couples, families, or small groups. And I've always been satisfied with the job that I did. I've always been satisfied to help other people. But inside I knew that there was something more that I wanted. And that something more was I wanted to reach more people on more subjects than just mortgage and credit and real estate. I had a bigger dream, but I never pursued it. And after I moved here to Costa Rica and all of my busyness quieted down, that's when I decided I was going to pursue this dream. So once I made that decision, I went in on my computer and just started to research as best I could through Google, watched videos on YouTube. I went into different blogs and different posts and different chat groups and just started gathering any information I could find on this subject. Once I was done, I just compiled a small list of things that I knew that I was going to have to get done. And then I knew it was time for me to take action. Well, after working indoors for the last 18 years, I knew that I didn't want my very first video, my very first presentation to you, my audience, to be indoors. I didn't want it up against a wall or a picture or a bookshelf or anything of that nature. I wanted it to be part of who I am. And I absolutely love the outdoors. So I wanted it to be here at the beach. And just to give you a quick backdrop of where I am, this is our beach here. And as a matter of fact, this is my gym. This is where I come to stay healthy. Anyway, I grabbed my stuff, I grabbed my phone, and I came down here to the beach and I was getting ready to present. And I pulled my phone out, I got everything in place, and I couldn't hit the button. And I was frozen in fear. You see, I was used to presenting to small groups and even medium-sized groups on mortgage and credit and finance and real estate. But I have never presented to a stage so large that it could potentially reach the world. Nor have I presented anything so personal and deep as my personal journey. So I was frozen in fear of not only the large platform, but of the content that I was going to be covering on this journey. So my first day, I couldn't hit the button. I went home and I was disappointed in myself. But nevertheless, I dove back into my videos that I was watching and sort of recharged my batteries for the next day. And I came back down to the beach and I had a brilliant idea. I knew that what I was going to do is instead of arriving down here and just getting my phone out and hitting the button, I was going to go ahead and walk the first half of my exercise. And then on the way back, I was going to hit my button because that would give me some time to decompress and just get some fresh air before I started. So I did that. I finished the first half and I'm on the way back. I pull my phone out and I can't hit the button. and I'm frozen in fear. So I went home and I came back the third day. The third day was exactly the same. And I was getting disappointed in myself. I was feeling overwhelmed that I couldn't break this barrier. So I made a resolution that night that no matter what, the next day, the fourth day, I was going to overcome this fear and I was going to do whatever it takes. So I came out the next morning, it was the fourth morning, and I didn't like the brilliant idea that I came up with of waiting and postponing until halfway through my exercise before I pulled my phone out and start. So I was going to go ahead and as soon as I hit the beach, I wanted to get my phone out and I wanted to hit record and get this underway because I didn't want that built up of hesitation. I got my phone out and folks, I couldn't hit the button. I was frozen in fear. So I continued my walk and I finished up the first half of my exercise. I turned around to come back and I was approximately halfway home and I stopped in the sand out here on the beach and I told myself, you're not going home until you overcome this fear. And there was a small area there that I paced back and forth for about 15 minutes. And the locals that were up in the tree line probably thought that I was going crazy, but that was my reality. That's what I had to do. I was not going to go home until I faced this fear. So I finally gathered it together. I pulled my phone back out and I hit the button. I began to speak. And guys, within 1 second, I realized I took a selfie. I was so scared, I didn't even take the time to put my phone onto video before I hit it. So once I realized, of course, I had to regroup, I took a few seconds, reset my phone, and I finally hit record. And that was when I came to you with no cuts, no edits, no music, no props, just raw and from the heart, hoping to connect. Well, once I finished, I felt that same feeling of excitement, the same feeling of achievement that I felt back when I was a young boy sitting in that martial arts class, watching these martial artists for the first time. And I was proud of myself. I was happy that I finally pushed through my fears. So I rushed home, I took that energy and got home as quick as I could. And I wanted to plug my phone into my laptop just so I could see the video. I wanted to see the result. And the entire time I can remember praying, I was like, Lord, just please let this video be okay. I don't have the strength to do this again. And as I sat there and watched my video, I could feel myself sort of picking apart the video. I was picking apart some of the negatives and the things that I wish I had done differently, the things that I wish I had said, or the parts of the story that I forgot to include in the video that are in the written script. And I finally got to the end of my video and my inner voice stood up. A quiet came over me. And my voice just said, Stephen, it's perfectly imperfect. And that's the point I want to get across to you today. Is there's many times in life that we have a dream, we have an ambition, we have a goal, but because we can't see the end result, because it's not so fine-tuned and perfect, because we can't see every square and every circle we need to step on, we can't see all the dots that are connecting it, we get frozen in fear and we never take action. So with that, I want to challenge you with something. I want you to ask yourself if there's one goal, one achievement in life that you have not pursued. What is it? Once you've identified it, I want to encourage you to do what I did. Go onto your computer and do some basic research. Don't spend any money. You can get a ton of free information on Google, on YouTube, many other sites. and just make a quick list of the things that you're going to need to get done. And once you have that list, I want to encourage you to take this journey with me. I have begun my journey, and the challenge I want to pose to you is for you to take your first step. And I'm going to leave that with you.